Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I would do the kind of first of a festive look. So it's the 1st of December today, so I thought I would get into the festive spirit by doing a Christmassy look or a festive party look. It's going to be the kind of classic gold eye, yeah, like a smoky brown gold eye, red lip, just because it is one of my favourite looks to do. And then throughout the month I'm going to do a kind of a variety of more party type looks. I've got a few fun kind of videos planned as well. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you're interested then please keep on watching. Okay, so starting off with base, I'm going to go in with the Lolo Cream Foundation in Cotton. Not much of this left at all. I'm just going to go ahead and buff this onto skin. I'm using a Real Techniques just buffing brush for this. Okay, and then for concealer, no surprise, Hynt Beauty Concealer in Fair. So taking this on a concealer brush, I'm going to pop some under the eyes. I'm not going to blend it in just yet. I want to let it sit there and gain a little bit more coverage, especially on my chin area, because I don't know, I've just had recently a bit of a breakout on my chin. It's kind of been a while since that's happened, so I'm just going to stipple it over. Like I said, just let it sit there for a bit, and then I'm going to buff it in straight away to around my nose. So whilst it's just sitting there, just gaining a little bit more, kind of setting a little bit, so it's going to give a bit more coverage. I'm just going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow filter to add a nice glow to the skin. Just kind of in the usual areas. This is quite a soft glow, so it's not really super intense. I think I might crack out some of the kind of slightly more intense highlighters for some of these party looks, just to kind of amp it up a bit, but for this look I just want a nice simple glow. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and kind of blend in the concealer. I'm going to start with the under eyes first, because the chin I want to kind of leave last and get the most coverage out of it. It's still easy to blend even though it's slightly set, so it's not going to completely set, it'll just add a little bit more coverage where I need it. I will actually take my foundation brush, just gently stipple over. I kind of more want to blend out the edges and stipple over where the actual spots are. Onto blusher. I'm actually going to go with quite a soft blusher, so I'm going to go with Dahlia from Lolo. I'm going to still stick the same buffing brush from Real Techniques, and start buffing this in. Again, I'm just using stippling motions just to add this to the cheeks. Just had a soft flush, but I didn't want anything too intense this time round. Just the same on the other. Just going to go ahead and quickly fill in my brows, so using my ABH powder in Auburn, but using the dark side. And start filling these in. I'm using a little Luxie small angled brush. And then just going through them with the Kosas Air Brow Gel in clear. Okay, so I've just zoomed you in a bit so we can move on to the eye portion. So I'm going to prep and prime eyes with... So I'm going to go ahead and prep and prime my eyes with the Lolo Eye Primer. Okay, so palette choice is the Aether Beauty Solstice palette. It's kind of got all the shades that I'm going to need for this look. I'm going to start with the shade Sister, so the nice dark brown. on a kind of flat blending brush. This is a Sigma E25 brush. So tap in, blend. Okay, so I'm going to pack this shade onto the outer portion. So I'm just using stippling motions and patting motions to begin with, just to get that shade down. I'm taking that kind of 2/3 the way across. Just going to repeat on the other eye. So although I'm going to do quite a classic look, I'm not going to go too heavy with it on the eyes. So keep a nice and soft smoke on the outer portion. Quite a nice soft gold as well in the inner portion, and to match with the red lips. I want to go for kind of more of a wearable, soft, classic, festive look to begin with. I'm now going to take some of Balance next. Same brush again. And this is going to go like on top of that previous shade and just above to start the kind of blend process. I use a mixture of kind of back and forth and circular just to get this blend. And then after shade we're going to really blend out and get that soft feel to the look. And I keep it quite rounded. I've been doing very well with my rounded looks at the moment actually. Usually my go-to are always very winged out looks, but I've been kind of enjoying doing the more rounded, kind of compacted to the eyes sort of look. Now I'm going to take a real fluffy-ish brush. Oh, I'm actually going to take the one that was on the dual-ended ABH brush you get from the palettes. I'm going to go in with the shade Soul to begin with. So I'm going to take some of this on the fluffy brush. I'm going to try not to bring it too much higher than I've got the shades already, because I want to keep it still quite compacted, but I want to start softening this out. So it will naturally with the blend kind of go just slightly above, but I don't want to go too high. So again, just doing more circular motions for this. I feel like I haven't used this Solstice palette for quite some time actually. I'm quite glad I'm using it again because I forget how lovely everything blends. For that final blend, I'm going to go in with what you call New Moon. It's the very nude shade. Fluff brush again, and this is just going to do the final blend. Okay, I'm taking some citrine next. I'm going to keep it on the fluffy brush. I'm just going to gently brush over the brow bone. Okay, now it's time to add the pop of gold. So I'm using Amber from the palette, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a little bit more eye primer just to give it a little bit more of a pack in that inner portion. Just add a bit more vibrancy and just gently pat over that. Then we do on the other side of the brush, take Citrine again, which was the light shimmer shade. Pop this into the inner corner. And actually pick some up on the fluffy brush. I'm just going to bring some up in this inner portion here, just to add a little bit of lightness. It's gonna, when the light hits that side, it's just gonna brighten it ever so slightly up. Okay, then what I'm gonna do is load up my upper lashes with the Big Lash mascara from Lolo. And actually I need to pick up a new one of these because this is starting to, it's got past the stage of it being sort of dried up where it works really well to the point where I need a new one now. Okay, that is the eyes done, so all that leaves now is lips to do. So I'm gonna go in with, I'm going a bit more of a kind of pinky toned red, as opposed to a blue toned red, which is usually my go-to or my preferred. But yeah, I just fancy going for a bit more of a pink toned red. So I'm going with Ruby Red from Lolo as the lip line of choice. And then I'm actually going to go with Colourpop's Velvet Blur in Solo to top off, because like I said, it's nice pinky red. And that is this look complete. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I wanted a kind of classic festive look to kick off the season. I won't do all festive looks throughout the month, like I said before, but I just wanted to kick off with a slightly more classic festive look. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave requests for future videos down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching.